Hey guys. Oh, look at that. We're live. That's bananas. It has been so long since I've been live on here. Partially because I was in jail. I was in D block. Because I threatened to take someone's plant. And I'd like to be joking, but no, that's actually true. So, anyway, I am here because I wanted to share something with you guys that has been coming up for me, and I feel like it's an important message for the collective overall. So if you are in the comments, just say hi, let me know you're here, and if you are watching this as a replay, just type replay in the comments, and also feel free to just type any comments, and also please share. So anyway, we have arrived at a really important time. We have a full moon tomorrow, actually, in Capricorn, and Capricorn is the sign of Lord Business. It's the sign of determination, sign around your finances, and this full moon is around a stark reveal. So the full moon in Capricorn is going to lead you to a stark reveal, stark reality around what is the thing, or the things, or the people, or the circumstances, or whatever that is blocking you from the fullest of your potential. And for some of you, you may have known, had an idea, felt it a little bit, or something, but just kind of going on with life and, continue on. But for some of you, you've already received, like, it can't get more clear. Like, if I continue with this situation, if I continue with having this person in my life, if I continue trying to make fetch happen with this business idea, I am going to squander some important times. I'm going to squander important energy. I'm going to make things harder for me than they need to be, and I'm not going to necessarily get to like the highest and best of my potential, like a fully of who I can be in this lifetime. You may have noticed last week that you were feeling a little sluggish, a little burnt out, a little just off kilter, off balance. You may have also noticed that your routine changed, and it could have been because of a choice, but it also could have been because you had no choice. So a choice would be that you decided you're going on vacation, or you're taking a break, or you're just going to tweak your routine just a little bit, versus you got sick and you can't do the things that you would normally do, or something else happened to someone who you normally are with. But it is all around kind of preserving a lot of your energy to prepare for what's to come, which is we're all getting ready to level up. Every single one of us. Keep in mind that a level up looks differently for all of us. There are levels of intensity of the level up. There is what happens during the level up. There is what area is a level up like focused on, and how does it affect other areas of your life. And I know some of you are getting a little excited, like, oh yay, level up, this is wonderful. But the thing about a level up is you may not like the level that you're leveling up to. Doesn't mean it's not level up, right? A level up could be you're leveling up to prepare. It could be a training ground. Mr. Miyagi done showed up. He's waxing on, waxing off with you. You painting fences and shit. And you're like, this can't possibly be a level up. But it is, because you're preparing for even other levels further beyond, right? It could be preparation stage is over. Training is done. You are actually getting ready to go into battle. You're getting ready to go and meet a challenge. You are getting ready to fight King Kuba for the kingdom. That could be your next level. But a lot of people assume that next level is rewards and accolades and all this. Hi, Famira. I miss you so much. I'm so glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, so a lot of people are thinking that a level up means more money, trinkets, treasures, all that good stuff, and sometimes that is not it. So yes, leveling up. And it just reminds me of, and so some of you may not be old enough to remember the Carol Burnett show. I'm barely old enough to remember that, but I did watch a couple episodes where at the end of the show, she's taking her bow, and then all of a sudden the side of the screen starts moving, and she's like, I'm not ready to go yet, Frank. And then she starts using all of her might to push the screen to keep it from pushing her off the screen. So the credits could be rolling, right? And she's like pushing with her hands. Then she turns around and she's using her back and her legs. Then she like falls and lays down. But the screen is continuing to move the entire time. Doesn't matter what the hell Carol does. Doesn't matter if it slows down a little bit, it's still moving. So that's what's happening right now. Like, we are all being moved into a level up. I'm not ready to level you. You're going. So this is a get down or lay down phenomenon. I always get it mixed up. Like, what's the get down and what's the lay down? I think get down is when you like you already know it's coming, so you get down yourself. And lay down is you are like laid down. And being laid down is never fun. So this full moon is the equivalent of like on Major League, where the pitcher is like, I'm going to tell you what pitch I'm going to throw out. I'm going to reveal to you very clearly what is the thing, what is the barrier, right? What is the thing? What's the area? What's it about that is stopping you from getting to that place, that level that you want to be on? Doesn't mean you have to do anything with it, because that's the next thing. When you get the answer and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what my life would be without this person. I don't know how to just stop. I can't just quit. I can't, what? And then it's the questions. How do I dismantle this? Like, I don't know how to, and like, whoa, you're going too far. This is only the reveal. This is what it is. And all you have to do right now is sit with it. That is it. How do you feel knowing that this person that you've known all of your life got you here, but they're not going to get you to your next, your best, your brightest, your boldest, the highest of high levels, your full potential. They're not going to get you there. Your continued connection and relationship with this person is not going to get you there. And as long as you continue to hold on to it, you won't see it. How does that feel? What does that make you think of? What are the fears that you're feeling about it? Like, no one will ever care about you like this again. Like, what is it? Like, this is a time to let that be put up front. Being truly honest with yourself. Write it down in a journal. Hey, Kima, write it down in a journal. Write it down. Talk it out. Do a video where you're recording it. Feel how it feels to know that the thing that you're anchoring yourself in could be the very thing, or has been revealed to you to be the thing that's stopping you from greatness. And it's important to do that because that is you expressing your emotion around it, expressing the fear, expressing the truth. And that expression is what is important for this full moon, because you're letting it out. You're releasing it. You're releasing some of that fear. You're releasing the tension. You're releasing that pressure by being honest with yourself about how you feel knowing this, right? This time is only about being aware. And awareness in and of itself is enough. You can't unknow what you know. You can act like you don't know what you know, but you can't unknow it. You just can't. And there are going to be some times when you come up upon something where you're like, knowing what you know, this is the answer. You can't act like, well, I don't want to do that though. Well, you know, though, that this is the step. You can't not take it, despite the fear, despite all the things, because you know. You can't act like you don't. Can't unknow what you know. So that is all you're being called to do right now. Be aware, listen, express, feel. No one's telling you to take any steps. Nobody's saying do anything drastic. Nobody said write that Dear John letter. Nobody said, you know, put your resignation in. I know what Beyonce said. I know what I heard the song a lot. I know what she said. No one's saying quit the job, because you could be making it worse than it needs to be. And that right there is you jumping the gun because you don't trust and you're trying to keep control. And no, this is a surrender exercise. So all you got to do now that you know, feel and express, because from that also more messages. It's just only going to make things even more clear for you. And the more clarity you have, maybe a modicum of ease will come when the time comes to get down to lay down. Because we're going. So for me, what came up has been, I just came back maybe like a few weeks ago from a 3-week trip to Mexico. Wonderful time. And when I came back, I felt definitely out of sorts. Like I could walk, but I don't want to do my walk. I just need to rest. And so I just said, you know what, I'm giving myself grace. I'm gonna rest and just let myself kind of come back into being home. Like I feel the energy here is different than it is there. And when I did that, it's like, okay, now I'm going to start to ease myself back into my normal routine and whatnot. And ultimately what happened was there is this big block around money that came up, just like so clear. And the funny thing was, like, I felt it, like I knew it was something. Like I've been doing tapping around, receiving a lot of money, like a large sum of money or something. And I've had other blocks that I've like, oh wow, and worked that out, feel better. But there was something else, like I'm tapping and I'm feeling it in my body. Like there is something else, another block that I haven't accessed yet. And I'm like, all right, well, when it's ready to come up, it's going to come up. It came up. It was huge. It was unexpected. Didn't realize I felt that way. Didn't realize that that's a fear. I could see how it was connected to my relationship with my body. I could see how it was connected to how I show up in my work, my visibility. I can see how it shows up in like feeling protected and safe. It was a huge reveal. And there are still more things that I'm receiving simply because I'm like, all right, well, hey, we gonna take it in. The U.S. energy sucks more and more every day. More and more every single day. Every single day. It is disappointing, to say the least. Every day. So, and I'm still getting messages. I mean, I was walking earlier today and something happened. And then I ended up in my car screaming. But it was necessary. It wasn't a bad scream. It was good. It was expression of pent-up energy and breaking through a fear that I have of being out there for various and sundry reasons. And so the block was around this part of me that believes that having wealth is going to be bad for me, not for other people. I'm not one who believes that rich people are horrible people, but for me, like this part of me is protecting me from turning into a superficial douchebag. Like, I'm going to be shallow. I'm going to be superficial. I'm going to be spending money on Birkin bags and going nowhere fast and, you know, wanting to floss and be out there in a car and getting attention, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, this part of me just does not want to be out there. But I can see how that part of me that not wanting to be seen or out there has shown up in a ton of areas of my life. So for it to make itself clear this way around money was very, very eye-opening. That sounds like a major breakthrough. That's amazing. It was. It absolutely was. I feel that I just had a money block revealed to me as well. It's intense. And you know what? It's connected to everything. I mean, it really does speak. Hey, City. But it really does speak to how all of this stuff is connected. So it's like money block, blocking my body, visibility, home, like what I'm allowing myself to do, how I should, like, it is all connected. So this block being revealed is like, okay, Well, now I gotta, start, I don't know, cooking chickens or something to get rid of it. It's like, no, because there's more. You're moving too fast. That was not what you were told to do. You sit with it. You sit with it. Let more come up. Because it's all coming up to be released. It's all coming up to be released. So you gotta let it. You gotta let it bubble up to the surface. Like, okay, I'm aware now. I'm aware now. Thank you for this awareness. Thank you for this awareness. And keep saying that. Keep saying that to yourself. Thank you for this awareness. And when it's done, when the reveal is complete, yes, cooking chicken. I mean, I don't know, girl. Like, it's just with some bay leaves and some rosemary. I heard rosemary is good for clearing things out. But when that stuff is revealed, then what's next that will be revealed is the next step for how to work through that, how to clear it, how to release it. Because what we act like is that we're going to get some C5 manual that's going to be with the diagrams, with the Venn diagrams and the tables, the colors and the charts, PowerPoint presentation. It's going to be like all the steps lined up, like step 1 to step C5, and it's going to be wonderful. And then we'll be able to have this thing handled. We won't have to put any skin in the game. Nobody's going to get hurt. It's going to be perfect. And you all know that that is not how this goes. You get 1 step, maybe 2, maybe even a half a step. And it may not have anything at all to do with the thing that is the issue at hand. You're like, why? How is getting my car washed, right, going to lead me to the love of my life? Is he going to be there? Is he washing my car? Like, no, he's not. He's not even on the scene. He ain't even in the same goddamn state that you washing your car in. So how is this related? Not for you to know. Not your business. Just do what you were told to do. Go where you were guided is the answer. Get the car washed. And then, maybe, in time, we'll give you the next step that's related to this situation. So that's how this is going to go. This is going to be a real fun party. But like I said, everybody's leveling up. You may not like the level. You don't have a choice because there are some things on all of these levels that is necessary for us, whether it's picking up new tools, picking up resources, the training that we're getting, because we're all trying to drive to our purpose. We're all trying to drive to our mission, and there are things that are in the way of us completing the mission successfully in this lifetime. So what you're learning now is some big block to that. And all you got to do, be aware, sit with it, feel it, express how you feel, express your worries, and literally that is it. That is it. And then we move on to the end of the month, not the 30th, I think it's the 28th. We have a new moon in Leo. And you know, Leo is the sign of creativity. It's the sign of, you gonna see me out on Front Street. That's what most people think of when they think of Leos. But Leo is heart-centered. Leos are driven by heart. So their need to be out there, their need to express their creativity, that all of that is from the heart center. It's from love. So anything from love is never a bad thing. It may make you feel uncomfortable. You may think of them as being narcissistic or whatever else you think that they are, but from a place of love, it's never bad. So I feel like all of these things are together and happening for a reason, and that's why this is such an important time. So definitely use the energy of the moon. We use the energy of nature. It is an extraordinarily powerful energy. Use the energy of this to support you in the way that you need to get the messages, and also to sit with whatever comes up. So that is what I wanted to share with you. I'm actually going to write more about this because I had some other points that I wanted to make. Hey, Vanessa. So there's some other points that I wanted to make, but I'm going to share that with my newsletter people. So I'm going to probably put the link to my newsletter in the chat at some point. So if you want it, just write a comment, and then I'll make sure that you get it. Also, on the 30th, which is a Saturday, I'm doing a new taste event. So for some of you who don't know, the taste is an event that's centered around sensuality. So it'll be my second one. It is a 100% intuitively guided event, from the creation to who I invite. It's a private event, very small, low-key, like 3 people. And it's an invite only event. So who I choose to invite, it's intuitively guided. So it's like yes, no, and no. However, I intend to do more of these. So whenever it comes up for me to do one, and now is the time to do it. So this particular one is around deep transformation and rebirth. So there will be like a ceremony and ritual that goes along with it. Like I'm still feeling into what that looks like. So this is like, you know, fun times for me. More than likely, I'm going to be sending out invitations this week. The price point for the taste is $5.55. If this is something that you would like to be considered for, then just shoot me a DM or write a comment, and I'll make sure that I put you on the list. Doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be invited, because again, they are all different. So this one may not be for you. Like there's something telling me that this one isn't for you in particular, but there may be another one that you're more better suited for which you will get an invite. So if you want to be considered for this event or any taste event moving forward, definitely send me a DM. And that is all I got for y'all. So Godspeed. It's gonna be okay. You're safe. It's gonna be fine. You don't have to do anything right now. Just how to listen, got to be aware, and literally that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm getting ready to get off because I got work to do, you know, and but I'll be sure to answer. So please share, please comment, please whatever, reach out if you have any questions, like I said. And I wish you guys a great rest of your day. Happy full moon in Capricorn, officially happening tomorrow, but the energy that you will be feeling, you're feeling it now, because it's usually 3 days before. Day of course, is the most intense, and then 3 days after. So if you haven't gotten your memo yet, you will be getting your memo, because we're all getting memos, all of us. It's in the mail if you haven't gotten it. So anyway, have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.